All right. I'm really excited about this. I really, really like Undertale. But first, say hello.
Hello.
And we I have another guest. Well, the same guest, really.
Same guest.
It's Mace.
Hello again. Part 2, The Reckoning.
Yeah, well, of many more, I hope.
I'm going to keep trying to add R words every single time.
Well, it's okay. You skip Revengeance. We already did that one.
No, Revengeance hasn't come yet.
Right. Right. So, to give you some history on my experience with Undertale, I was kind of late to the party. I played this either 2 or 3 years afterward. Despite hearing a lot about it, I wasn't spoiled for a lot of it, and I had a good time, and I'd like to share a bit of that time. I come back to this game every so often. It's been out for a while. I'm getting old. Spoiler alert, it's very good. If I'd recommend that you play it, and if you've never, I somehow doubt that you've avoided Undertale for this long, but if you've somehow avoided it, and you're interested at any point, and I'd recommend you stop watching and go play it. It's on sale all the time. It's like $3 on GOG every couple months. Totally worth it, or Steam, wherever you want to get it.
I mean, you're saying if you've avoided it. I've avoided it this whole time. Thanks, spoiling people from GameStop when I worked there. You know who you were.
Yes, well, well, you're gonna get spoiled, so I hope you're prepared for that.
I'm always prepared. Always prepared.
Oh, it's me. It's Mark. All right, so.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah.
There's actually some stuff you can put into the name field, and you get some very interesting results. But I think this part is the demo that came from the Kickstarter. This game was originally kickstarted ages ago, and I think from $10,000, I think this has sold over 3 million copies. So TobyFox, the guy that made this game, is probably very wealthy at this point. I know he's got merchandise deals, so that's also where the real money comes in. But
hey,
this
if it works, it works.
Yes, this is Flowey the Flower. He's going to teach you how to play the game.
He's going to share his love.
Yes.
In bullet form.
Well, no spoilers there, but yeah, no, I don't know who really would have fallen for this and gotten hit, but I don't know.
I mean, if you did, we don't blame you either. Like you.
I do blame you. Like, come on, like
okay,
really?
You know what? I'm trying to make them feel better. But
well, no,
okay.
Look, the intro's about monsters, okay? You know, humans are actually. What I think is really interesting for this setting is that humans are actually the most powerful people, not the monsters, right?
Thanks, Flowey.
Yes.
You just.
I kind of do want to see him suffer a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of
Flowey.
Kind of a d-bag. But yeah, no. So he actually has some really interesting interactions. If you let's say you got hit by the bullets and you try to reset the game and try to do this part, the game keeps track of how many times you've started the game and made a file. So Flowey will actually comment. It's like, hey, why do you keep doing that? That's weird. If you do it enough times. So there's a lot of
you can never escape.
Yeah, there's a lot of interactions with that as well. Well, I mean, I guess you're getting the spoilers here, so it's too late to turn back. But oh yeah, determination is the thing. There's always a funny pun at all of the save points. This game is pretty simplistic looking. I actually really like the graphics. I know that they were basically a necessity because TobyFox had to do it, everything by himself more or less. But I think it works. I think it looks really good.
Looks amazing.
Yes. For
doing it on your end. And the music so far is just great.
Yeah, no, also spoiler alert. If you've somehow avoided the music in this game as, with everything else, the music is fantastic. I think you can buy the soundtrack on Bandcamp. Highly recommend it. I won't say which song is my favorite. We'll get there when we get there. This game is entirely played with the keyboard. I played around with like mapping a keyboard to a controller, but it just feels a little wrong. Mostly because I don't I think the game is designed with the idea that you can switch directions very quickly with a stick. There's sort of some leeway between left and right. It's hard to describe. But this is available on like all platforms. Like you can get it on PS4, Xbox. I think the Xbox version actually rated 18 plus in Europe because it has gambling in it.
Hey, I mean, whatever they do.
I think the Switch has motion controls. You do you. I'm gonna skip if you if you don't mind. But it's always on sale on Steam and on GOG for like $3. So if you like what you see, stop watching and go buy it.
Or keep watching and then go buy it to experience it yourself, even though you know what's gonna happen.
Well, I think it'll hit you better if you just do it by yourself. But
I mean, they have the option.
This is where the game teaches you combat. Spoiler alert as well. There's 3 different endings. There's the pacifist, the neutral, and the genocide ending. We're just going to do the pacifist ending because I believe that's where you'll get the most out of the game. The neutral ending is basically just a bad ending. And the genocide ending is, it's boring, okay? Is it interesting? I guess so, in some ways, but there's a lot of grinding, and, okay. So this is your real first choice in the game, I guess. So there are 3 different endings. I guess there's this really choice. I don't know if you've noticed, but Tu-Toriel is doting on you. I think she's supposed to be a tutorial. Hi, get it? But there's 3 different endings in this game that you can get. The neutral, which is, in my opinion, just a bad ending. Don't bother with it. The genocide ending, which takes a lot of effort, a lot of grinding. I don't think it's very fun. I think it's very boring. And all you get is like 3 different boss fights that are certainly interesting, but not worth it in my opinion. And then you have the pacifist ending, which I think you'll get the most out of this game if you go for that. So spoiler alert, that's all we're doing in this run. I have no real interest to do a genocide run. If there's a lot of demand for it, I'll do one, but it's not high on my priority list. I personally just don't recommend it. You'll notice that all the puzzles in this area are very easy. Now, I don't know I think part of it is a joke, right? Because, you have Tu-Toriel, right? Helping you through the spike puzzle that basically solves itself. But also, I'm wondering if it was because he just needed a proof of concept for what he was doing.
Could be.
Yep.
Could be that was just a proof of concept, and then, that's what Tu-Toriel is.
Well... She's a very nice lady, I guess. She really wants what's best for you, but, I don't need to be held by the hand over a spike puzzle that solves itself. She gives you a cell phone. There's a lot of interactions you can do with the cell phone. I don't remember where they all are, but if you call often, there's multiple people you'll be able to call eventually. You'll be able to get some interesting dialogue. Oh yeah, they're telling you that if you press the act button and there's a lot of different stuff you can do with that. But if you press the act button, you don't have to damage them at all, and you can spare them, and then you can leave. Me personally, I don't really hurt for money in this game, so I typically just run. You can run away from most things. So
okay.
You press act. There's like a couple different choices you can do, and then if they turn yellow. That means that you can spare them. Not the sprite, the text. So I did it just to see what it was, and then you click spare. I think you get a lot less money if you spare them, but you don't get any experience, and that's kind of important. In order to get the pacifist ending, you need to get 0 XP. I think I take all the candy here. In real life, don't take all the candy from the bowl if you're gonna do stuff on Halloween.
If you're going trick-or-treating, please don't take all the candy. It's for the next person, too.
So, you have a limited inventory. I believe this is heavily inspired by Earthbound, as all, modern RPGs are that don't take place in a fantasy setting. Though, I suppose this is kind of a fantasy setting. I'm not really sure. Toby did an Earthbound hack in the past, so I know he loves Earthbound.
It's kind of similar. The RPG is based on it, definitely.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's actually all that similar. The battle screen being front-facing is pretty similar, but you typically don't have to dodge bullet patterns to get what you need to do. It's mostly just a regular spell system. It's not exactly like Final Fantasy, but you have your your strengths and weaknesses that you got to exploit. Oh, I don't know if you can see this. There's like a faint sideways line on the screen. I don't know what causes that. Not all the rooms do it, but certain rooms do. And I think it's because certain rooms were programmed for the demo, and then when he either got better at programming or figured out what it was or changed his mind, the later ones don't have that problem. So I don't know. This is some speculation on my part. This maze is pretty simple. You can walk where there aren't leaves, but you have to remember where they are above you.
I was gonna say, did you fail again?
No. As you can see, I cut out a lot of the battles.
Yeah.
If you are really having, it tells you please don't step on the leaves. If you're really having a problem, you can just keep falling through, and eventually the holes.
Eventually, it'll line up.
Yes. Sometimes the people, you can automatically mercy them. I'm not really sure what's up with that. Did I just say sexy wiggle?
Yes, that said sexy wiggle. I was about to comment on that, but I'm glad you said it first. You wiggle your hips and it wiggles back.
When you use the check option, it gives you some dialogue, but it doesn't do anything to progress the fight. So it's mostly just for flavor. I believe I do that for most of them. I forget what that says. Do I go back and check that? I think I do, actually. Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
Want to try and show you all the... You didn't read the sign downstairs. Yeah, I guess so. Yes. Okay, so I'm every secret or other piece of content I can show you, I do. I don't do any of the special bosses. Obviously, I don't do anything on the genocide route. But there's plenty... Technically, there'll be plenty for you to explore if you at the very end if you really want it. So...
There's plenty to explore in this game, even if you choose to get the game yourself. There's $3, like I said, and enjoy yourself. Explore as much as you want.
If you do what I do, and you more or less just walk through the game, it's about 4 hours long. So, I forgot about the rock.
Damn it, rock!
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want me to move over there? I think the rock's name is Dwayne.
It's Dwayne.
No, it's Dwayne. The Rock Johnson.
Nah, Dwayne. We can't say Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Dwayne? I don't know what that is.
Exactly. He's unknown. He's very, very, very under the radar. You might even say that he's rock bottom.
Well, I'm not gonna make a SpongeBob joke. I'm too high class for that. But
I mean, are we though?
Well, maybe you're not, but I am.
You're right.
This is Napstablook. He's based off the Napster program. I actually used this a long time ago, right before I started using Kazaa, because you couldn't use it anymore. I mean, I've always purchased my music legally, and I've never ever pirated anything ever. I'm a legal citizen.
100%. We have never pirated anything. We don't commit any crimes here.
I don't think this guy does anything that can really hurt you. He has like Snake Man's move where it goes across the way, but like all of these things do no damage. The fact that you have 20 health this entire time is no big deal. I think armor still matters though, so you should find any equipment you find or buy, you should definitely do. And if you really want to grind money, you can technically go around and just keep sparing things until you get the money you need, but because your health is so low, you never really need a lot of money, and if you're really having trouble with the final boss, no spoilers yet, but you can just buy, the more you die, the cheaper the armor gets to the point where you can buy it for nothing. So the best armor in the game is technically available if you're just willing to either die or try a bunch of times.
Just run against the wall a couple times and it'll be cheaper.
Yeah, actually that's the strategy. That's the strategy for the genocide route for speedrunners is to run against the wall. I don't know why they do it, but they do. Okay, the bake sale. So there is something important about the bake sale. We're gonna buy a donut, and when you buy this donut, whatever you do, don't eat it. Don't get rid of it. Don't put it away. I don't know what happens if you leave money there. I've never grinded to find out, but keep the donut in your inventory and don't get rid of it.
Very important. It's very important you don't do that, guys.
Well,
even though I don't know why.
I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you get something really cool if you keep it. You'll know it when you see it.
I guess I'll learn it when I see it, because I don't know. I'm just saying, keep it, guys.
Yeah, if you don't skip through his dialogue, you get a different dialogue piece. Oh yeah, make sure you press F4, but don't Alt F4. You can also hit Alt Enter.
Yes.
That works for most games. I believe F4 is a Game Maker quirk, so I know he made this in Game Maker. I don't know. If I was going to make a game, I'd use Godot, but we won't talk about that.
Hey, it's quality. It's okay. Wherever he made it, everybody enjoys it. That's all that matters.
Only a bad artist blames their tools, right? So don't, if you really want to make something good, you can make it. But what? Is that a dance? What is that?
Yes. Okay. He was doing the wave with his arms.
He's, what?
See? Wave.
Well, it'd be very hard to get hit by that attack. Oh.
I mean, you could have. Never know.
I don't know if these monsters will let you talk to them if you don't spare them. I'll explain how the genocide route works if you really want to do it. So what you do is you go to a safe point, and then you grind out enemies until you kill them all. You have to kill, I think it's like 20 or 30 in each area, and then once you do that, no more will spawn. The music will get really spooky, and then a boss will change, typically in the area.
That's one way to do it.
Well, that is one way to do it.
Well,
yeah.
You're doing it, and I'm watching, but you know.
It's not the way I'm going to do it. I don't need the money. I don't need the XP. The game is balanced around you being level 1. And you get the most out of it because, if you kill everybody, you lose all the dialogue. And, this is a dialogue-heavy game. That's what all RPGs are. If you, I know that I don't have to, but I believe I intentionally go down a hole to talk to this thing in the ground. Yeah. I think it's a carrot. Yeah.
It's the violent carrot. Vegetoid.
You say it's violent, but, it's got green bullets that heal you. So, I don't remember those being vegetables.
So you're telling me vegetables are terrible for you, and they're definitely part of an evil.
Well, no,
yes, vegetables are evil.
He's trying to force you to eat your vegetables, but it's still good for you.
Why are you losing health then?
Because I'm not eating the greens. I'm eating the non-greens. He tells you to eat your greens.
So,
I just got healed.
That's not good.
No, it's good. It's good. I'm not a big fan of broccoli, but I like Brussels sprouts. I like asparagus. This is some good stuff. You fry that in butter. Some good stuff.
So it's really healthy when you put a shit ton of butter on.
Well, I don't know about a shit ton, but yeah. See, I believe I showed that you can just under the mercy option you can choose flee. You can do that for most fights in the game. That's really all you need to do. This puzzle is interesting. I forget. One of the switches is either hidden or it pushes you away that resets the puzzle. So just keep trying it till you get it. The first area is not very hard if you haven't noticed. You don't get a lot of gold, but oh yeah, there it is. If you touch the wrong thing, you go back.
It just drops you.
Yeah, I don't know how that works because that's not stairs. That's a different room to the south. So I don't know if we're using video game logic. I guess it clips you into the next room. I don't know.
However it plays out, it's progress.
Yes.
Technically.
That's oh yeah, this is for the music. You'll hear a lot of similar themes remixed in a different way.
I mean, it's enjoyable music, whether it's remixed the same way multiple times.
It's very pleasant. Yeah.
Multiple ways on the same songs. It's still quite nice. I always enjoy the music in this game. It's just I never played the game, but I enjoy the music.
I believe all the music was made in FL Studio with stock plugins. So I actually own FL Studio. I certainly make art. I don't know if I'd call it music, but I definitely call it, with big air quotes here, art.
With art.
Some of the stuff in FL Studio built in is really great, but others are not so good. But Toby does a really good job with very little, in my opinion. Oh, it's the toy knife. Ooh, I believe if you're doing the genocide route, the toy knife becomes a real knife, but I don't know if I equip it. I don't know if it really matters. That's how small your inventory is, by the way. That's all you'll need, though. And you get storage later. Oh, the stick. I forget you can use the stick for something later, but I don't do it. I completely forget about it. I find it a little strange that Toriel does not believe that I could have got here myself, but, you know.
Because it's, the name. Mark. Oh. Mark, no belief in marks. Ever.
Yeah.
Wait. That's definitely not true. I believe in you, Mark. Always.
I don't know if you should believe in me always. I'm not good at everything.
Like 30% of the time.
30? We'll give you that's not even close to always. Oh, she's a goat, by the way. That's what the snail thing is for. There's a lot of stuff you can click on. I like reading this stuff, so you're gonna see me like rub my face on everything and press A, or is it X? It's one of those.
Minimum, rub your face.
Well, I guess in this case it would be Z. So you get a room. It's pretty cool, right? And she leaves you some pie when you wake up. Whatever you chose, I believe, it doesn't really matter because I think it's both butterscotch and cinnamon. There was a choice before. I don't know if there's anything hidden in this house, but examining this is pretty interesting in the for later. I'm not going to spoil it, but for later, if you pay attention to what this stuff says, it's pretty interesting. I don't know why, but oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying don't spoil it.
No, I'm not gonna.
I'm actually enjoying watching this, because this is the first time I'm actually experiencing any of this. So.
Oh, we're gonna read Toriel's diary. Oh. There's gonna be a lot of bone jokes, like dog bones or like human bones, So just be prepared for that. Toriel.
It's Toriel.
I forgot about that. Oh yeah. We kind of skipped over this, but they're underground. So to give you the short where we're up to at the moment, a war with humans and monsters happened a long time ago. That doesn't say how long, but humans are very strong. They have these things called souls that like monster souls are different. But basically there was no contest. The monsters lost. They don't explain why they're having the war. So because the monsters lost, they cast all the monsters down a pit into the somewhere in the mountains, and then they locked a barrier where they wouldn't be able to leave. In order to move through the barrier, you need to have a human soul, or at least use one, right? So where the game kicks off is you fall down a pit. You're in the mountains for some reason. I don't know why you're there. I don't think they explained why the main character's there. But he falls down the pit, and that's where you wake up. That's where you met Flowey. You're in the ruins of the old monster town.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, Tu-Toriel is there, and some frogs are there too. So she's very content on leaving you here. She wants to, this is where she wants your journey to end. You're safe. This is what she wants. But basically treating
Mark's on an adventure.
Well, when can I go home? This is your home now. So I got a little creeped out at first. I'm like, well, I hope I don't have to murder the goat, right? I'll say this too. During my first run, I accidentally, you can accidentally kill the mother. The threshold for doing that is really easy. So, If Flowey scolds you for it too, I felt kind of bad about that, but I kind of kept going, and then I killed a different character, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I'm not gonna kill anybody. So
going murder hobo.
Well, it's not even so much murder hobo. It tells you that you can spare them, and I'm like, well, you get less money, and like I really dislike shoot 'em ups. Well, I wouldn't say I really dislike them, but like the harder ones are all bullet hell shooters, and I hate those. Like. If you need that much of a challenge where if you mess up once, your entire game is basically over, like I don't need that kind of stress in my life. I play video games to have fun. It's not. My problem isn't so much that I can't perform; it's that punishment is just so much that it's just like, why bother? Like, why did I do this?
I like playing the game to play the game. If I die from a like a shooter, whatever, like. It frustrates me, and I'm just like, all right, I don't need this right now. Like, I just kind of want to chill.
I don't know. I like if you'd like what I think is a good shoot 'em up. Raiden is pretty fun. I used to play that on DOS. It was very good. The music's very good. Yeah. So now we're trying to escape. And she's basically really trying to compel us to not leave because she won't leave this area, and she won't protect us otherwise. So she's very concerned about us. And she's very clear that if you leave, someone is trying to kill you. The reason they want your soul, so that way they can leave the barrier, right? This is a goal that MonsterKind really wants. I don't think they explain how long monsters have been down here, but a long time, a very long time. And it's very clear that it's very difficult for them to be down here. They miss the sun. They've had to settle for a lot of things that they didn't have to settle for before. So this is the Tu-Toriel fight. This is I believe you can fail. I've never actually failed this fight, from if I remember correctly. But
sorry, I just laughed at knows what's best for you. When you hit check.
This fight kind of tricks you. We're not going to see it, but if you choose the fight option, she tells you to prove how strong you are, and you can do that by fighting. But if you get her to a certain threshold, it looks like she has a lot of health, but you'll end up killing her. I'm not entirely sure exactly what that threshold is. I think it's like 30%, but you can kill. Like, it's easier to kill her than you think. But if you just keep choosing the talk option or the non-violent options, eventually she'll stop. Right, so I think I just keep hitting spare. But it's the same bullet patterns every time. So they get a little more complex later. The final fights are kind of nuts, but I don't know if you've so I've beaten Ikaruga. I said that I hate bullet hell shooters, but Ikaruga's a lot of fun because of the swapping mechanic. So if you can beat Ikaruga, you can beat this game. Okay, it's that simple. Ikaruga's a lot harder.
I mean, go enjoy the games.
Have you never played Ikaruga?
I have not played Ikaruga.
It's originally on the GameCube, if I remember correctly. You can get it on Steam now. You swap between light and dark pellets. You can absorb. I forget if you can absorb the pellets that you are the color of, or if you absorb the pellets you're the opposite color of. They made a WoW boss based on that World of Warcraft in the Burning, not the Burning Crusade, in Wrath of the Lich King.
Never been a bullet hell stress person.
It's I wouldn't call it bullet hell. It's a matter of managing which bullets you can run it into. It's like which power-ups do you want, right? But you have to be like the right color.
Still, sometimes it's just I look at it and I'm like, yeah, no, too stressful.
Oh, if you like Toho and you're like, yeah, I played on Super Ultra European Extreme and I like having my screen filled 100% with bullets except for this tiny little space, I'm not interested. I would not say Undertale is like that by any means. The area that you have to dodge around is small, and it's easy to control. I don't feel like even with the keyboard, I don't feel that I'm being hampered by any of that. So at some point, you'll notice the bullet patterns get a lot easier. She's speaking to you now, which is good. At some point, the bullets will completely dodge you 100%, and that's how you know that you've won the fight.
Well, that's one way to know you won the fight.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, there it is.
Okay.
I don't know how long this fight
You
lasts.
started chasing the bullets.
Well, yeah, no, because I've done this a couple times. I tried to get hit and fail, and she just won't. It just won't hit you. So, and I believe he specifically, because I remember doing this. I tried to spare her over and over, and she kept giving me the silent treatment. So I'm like, okay, well let me try fighting her. And that's how I ended up killing her. So he did this on purpose. I'm sure to get you to accidentally kill
To frustrate you?
Well, no, to accidentally kill the goat, not to frustrate you, to make you really sad that you did something. Because as much as she's annoying, trying to stop you from going places, right? She's genuinely a good person who wants what's best for you. I'll get into why later. That's kind of a spoiler. Obviously, the people that go through here have died, right? If you go, their monsters will try and kill you, right? So
Get a hug before you go, Mark.
But I want to go home. It's past my bedtime. I want to eat. I like the pie is good, but I want to see my family, right? So, you won't be able to contact her again. I don't think you're able to go back. So you get this nice long walk. Metal Gear Solid 3, I've played it. The ladder sequence, people are in love with it. What a thrill. Darkness and silence. Like that's what it's giving you time to think about it, right? Yeah, the flower will scold you if you kill the goat, and if you reset your save to
Flowey.
do it, he'll scold you again. He'd be like, "I know what you did. You can't run from your past." Right? So it's just one of those things that it keeps track of. He's basically trying to tell you that the world is violent and that you can't not fight everything. Apparently, he's the prince of this world's future. A tiny little flower with a little smiley face. Oh well.
A little smiley face, huh?
Okay, so he can make his face bigger, but he's still just a flower, right? I mean, I could make bullets, probably.
I believe in you.
Yeah, I believe this is where the demo actually ends, so... Yeah, I think this was that was the end of the demo that was included with Kickstarter. I believe a few things were changed. Well, actually, I take it back. This is the end of the game. It's over. We did it, everybody. We beat the game. We got the pacifist ending.
Yeah, it's done, guys. Time to go home and sleep.
Yep.
Wait. Damn it.
It's a camera hidden in the bush. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't exactly make sense. There's magic and technology, but we have a little bit left to go before we get to the next area. You can actually examine that stick. I don't know why I do that, but I don't know why it broke when you weren't near it. So I think this is supposed to be a spooky part because you were warned that you're just about to get killed. But if you walk backwards, there's nothing there.
There's a shadow behind you. Run, Mark. Run.
There actually is somebody behind you.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that. I thought it said turn around and shank me. I was like, wait, what?
Got him. The old whoopee cushion and the hand trick. Okay, everybody, this is the character. This is Sans Undertale from Super Smash Brothers.
I don't know if you knew this. It's the character from Super Smash Bros. They brought him into his own game, guys.
They gave him his own game. It's this amazing cameo because they love TobyFox so much. His pal Sakurai was hanging out. He was like, "Oh man, it's Sans Undertale. We should make a game. We'll put him in your game."
Yeah, you should definitely make a game about it.
I do find it very funny that I guess he traced over the sprite for the lamp. I don't know what gave him this idea, but I just find it really funny that you stand behind a lamp and you're the perfect size. This is actually my favorite skeleton brother, Papyrus. I don't know, he just has an amazing personality. Also, I want to say this, in case you guys didn't know, there's a skeleton inside you right now. Okay? I had a dream when I was like 6, okay? I wanted to be a dragon and I wanted to be a skeleton. I'm not entirely sure why, But when I learned pretty quickly that there was no way I could be a dragon. But there's a silver lining to this. I already technically am a skeleton.
Eventually, you'll always be a skeleton.
Yes. So I get to live my dream every single day.
So proud of you, Mark. So proud of you.
I know that sounds forced, but it's real. It's very real.
And for those out there who want to be skeletons too, one day your dream will come true. And today is the day.
You don't need to wait. Today is the day. You just needed to realize your own power. That's
potential must be realized.
Yeah, so these guys say a lot of puns. I hope you guys are okay with that.
They're very punny.
Yeah, what the... Yeah, okay. But the next area of music is going to be very nice too. Bottles of ketchup. Oh yeah, well, I'll explain that later. Make his day. But didn't you just finish telling me that he was dangerous? I don't quite remember. Yes. All right.
Make sure you save.
Yeah.
Saving is important.
The next area is going to be tough, so it's always important to save. Oh, I should mention saving gives you a full heal. So, if you're really struggling, just wait till you find a save point and grind up money so you can buy food from shops. That's my recommendation.